Hello guys, my name is Seb, your name is?
Daddy.
Your name is? Aoife. And today is not an ordinary video that we would do during the daytime. We have stories. So my story is Aubameyang, who plays for Arsenal, and Aoife's is Grandad's Island. Woo! And we will be reading them, won't we?
Yeah, so Daddy's going to read them, and he's going to get Aoife to do the words she knows from her tricky words, and I'm going to get Seb to read a paragraph as well.
But Aoife, I'm going to hand it over here. Come on, Aoife. Okay, so that's like, yes, Daddy! What is that?
Right, so we're going to start off with Aoife's book, which is Grandad's Island.
Yes, it's very bad at the end. It's very sad.
Isn't. No. So Grandad's Island.
Gone.
Okay, so Grandad's Island.
Forever.
Grandad's Island by Benji Davies.
Benji Davies.
At the bottom of Sid's garden, through the gate and past the tree, was Grandad's house.
You can read from here.
I can't see it there. Was Grandad's house. There was a key under a flower pot, and Sid could let himself in at any time he liked. One day, Sid called round to see Grandad, but he wasn't in any of his usual places. Then, just as he was about to leave, Sid heard Grandad calling. "Ah, there you are," said Grandad. "There's something I want you to see." "That's right, Aoife. Grandad is up there." "Yes." Well, Aoife, I can't read it. Sid carefully climbed up the ladder. He had never been in Grandad's attic before. It was full of old boxes and things that Grandad had collected from around the world. At the far end of the attic, Grandad pulled a sheet down from the wall to reveal a big metal door. "After you, Sid," he said. Sid turned the candle, clunk, and gave, what's that word? Heavy door.
Gave a
Push. Excellent reading. Right, stop doing sign language. Sid found himself standing on the deck of a very tall ship. Oh! There was an ocean of rooftops all around. Grandad pulled a handle. Boop went the horn, and the ship lurched forward. "Steady as she goes," Grandad boomed. Grandad was very good at steering the ship and kept them on a smooth course across the rolling waves. Mile after mile, all they saw was sea and sky, sky and sea, until at last something appeared on the horizon. "Land ahoy!" shouted Sid. What's that?
The middle of it.
Yeah. They dropped the ship's anchor and made their way to the shore. "Grandad, don't you want your stick?" Sid asked. "No, I think I'll be all right," said Grandad. In the thick jungle of the island, it was very hot. "We must find a good spot for a shelter," said Grandad. At the top of the island, where a cool breeze blew through the trees, they found an old shack. There was a lot to do, but with a little help, they soon had everything ship-shape. Look at that. Doesn't that look brilliant?
It's very sad at the end, so get prepared.
They explored the island, high and low. At every turn, they saw new wonders. It was the most perfect place. Sid wished they could stay forever. But he knew that it would soon be time for them to leave. "Sid, there's something I've been meaning to tell you," said Grandad. "You see, I'm thinking of staying." "Oh," said Sid, "but won't you be lonely?" "No, I don't think I will," says Grandad, smiling. "Look at all the animals Grandad's got to play with. That's really nice."
Yeah.
Before he set sail, Sid hugged Grandad one last time. He would miss him very much. Everyone came to wave goodbye. Oh, look. They're all waving bye.
Honestly. Oh.
Yeah, all waving bye. And then Sid is sailing home on his own on the ship. Across the waves, the ship clucked and churned. The journey seemed much longer without Grandad, but Sid steered the ship safely home. The next morning, Sid went back round to Grandad's house. It was just the same as it had always been, except Grandad wasn't there anymore. In the attic, it was very quiet. The big metal door wasn't there. It was as if it had never been there at all. Then Sid heard something tapping at the window. He wondered where it might be. There on the window ledge, there was an envelope. Sid carefully prized it open. Yes. And where's that bird come from, do you think? Let Eva talk. That's right. For Sid from Grandad. And there's a picture of Grandad with the monkey. The orangutan.
See the picture. Oh, really little.
So that was Aoife's book. A really good book, that, about granddads and things like that. A little bit sad though.
Yeah.
But Aoife's okay. Right, Seb's book. So Seb loves these football books by the Oldfield brothers. So he's probably read about 10 of these, and he's on Aubameyang. So we're going to read chapter 9 of Aubameyang, and then it's good night from everyone, because tomorrow is Saturday, and we are having fish and chips for tea as a family homes. Go on then, go and count, and then me and Aoife will talk to the camera. So Aoife, have you had a good day today?
I love this book.
How was the School of Mummy? Good. What did you learn at the School of Mummy? Played. You've been out on the trampoline.
And we slide down the slide.
And you've been sliding down the slide. You've made an elephant.
And then I cracked my foot.
Yeah, you hurt your foot, didn't you? Yeah. You've made an elephant out of a milk bottle. What else have you done? Yeah, you go and get that. Seb, come on, because this video is going to be super long. It'll take about 2 years. Now, this is what they've made today. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? That is a brilliant video. Absolutely fantastic. Put it back then. Seb, come on, mate.
I have the answer.
How many? Seb, come on. Come on, mate.
We have read 12. And also, this afternoon, at school, I made an elephant. Do you like it?
Absolutely fantastic.
And it was only from scratch with a at home. It was at home. It wasn't at school.
Right. Chapter 9, AC Milan, Part 2. The boy with square feet. Unfortunately, the next step wasn't so straightforward. Despite Pierre-Emerick's star performances at the Champions Youth Cup, the AC Milan youth coaches still weren't entirely convinced about his potential. He's quick, of course, but we have a whole bunch of players with much better technique. Yeah, that boy has square feet. His touch is all over the place sometimes. He might be shining in the under-19s, but he's not going to challenge the likes of Ronaldo and Inzaghi, is he? Well, if Pierre-Emerick couldn't persuade his own youth coaches, what chance did he have of persuading the AC Milan first-team manager, Carlo Ancelotti? The youth coaches seemed to prefer the Italian players who had been at the club for a long time and weren't so flashy. Pierre-Emerick, meanwhile, was often left on the bench and used as a super sub. It was like they didn't trust him to play the whole 90 minutes. Hey, I'm better than that, Pierre-Emerick sometimes felt like shouting, but he didn't. Instead, he just kept working hard in training because, although he wasn't a regular starter for the AC Milan youth team, he was learning lots. Right, be quiet while Seb's having his story. Teams in Italy were always very well organised with a clear shape and structure on the field. It was Pierre-Emerick's first experience of complex football tactics, and with every tough training session, he could feel himself becoming a better player. He was understanding more and more about the game. In the past, Pierre-Emerick would have just ran with the ball and gone for goal, but now he was thinking all the time. What run should he make and when? Where would his teammates want him to be? Which would be the best option in each different situation? Pass or dribble or shoot? It was all great practice for the day when he would take on the defenders of Serie A, who were famous for being the best in the world. Sadly, that day never arrived, but Pierre-Emerick sit down, Leafer, please, did get the chance to at least train with the AC Milan first team. Nervously, he walks out into the field to join a squad full of his football heroes, the captain Paolo Maldini, Cafu, Seedorf, Kaká, and of course Ronaldo. What an experience. Pierre-Emerick tried his best to act like a professional around them, but part of him just wanted to ask for photos like he was still a young fan. Come on, concentrate, he told himself. He had a manager to impress, and Ancelotti was certainly impressed. He would see straight away that Pierre-Emerick was a very dangerous young forward with a breathtaking burst of speed. In years to come, he could become a superstar, but at that moment in 2008, AC Milan were fighting for all the major trophies. The Serie A title, the Italian Cup, and best of all, the Champions League, which they had won in 2007, and which they wanted to win again. And in order to do that, Ancelotti already had an amazing group of attackers to choose from. Right, Seb?
That's mine.
Kaká, Pato, Inzaghi, Ronaldo, Alberto, Gildarino, Albert Palosci. So from there to moment.
No, not you.
Seb's reading. Right, well, we'll fix it tomorrow because you fell on it, Sifa. Pull it off.
Number 4, but not this time. At first he waited patiently. In the case he got a chance to play. After all, he was learning so much from watching all the world-class players in training. But as the months flew by,
where is this? As the months flew by, he keep going, mate. You're doing really well. Eventually
decided that was enough.
Enough. Where are you then?
He was 19 years old now and desperate to kick off his senior playing career. He was
raring
to go, and he
keep going, mate.
Didn't want to waste another moment.
Fantastic. All I want is regular first team football, Pierre-Emerick told his dad. I don't care where. AC Milan agreed, and so in June 2008, a loan deal was done. Pierre-Emerick would be spending the 2008-9 season at French club Dijon. Right. Okay, so it's a 13-minute video that is going to be absolutely massive, so we're all going to go to bed now. So good night from the Holmesies. Bye.